Hi, it's me, Melissa. I'm here with my cousin Sia Perry. I also call her my sister because we've been close for so long. And she is about to share a story that I've heard so many times. This story is amazing. And we're filming this way just so you can see that you don't have to be on camera. This is one way we can film that you don't have to be on camera. You can tell your story and you can get your point across.
Hi, I'm Cynthia. I'm telling my story of the time I had to stay home and babysit my younger brother. And an incident happened, I think, not too long, just after midnight. I always stay up late, and my brother, he was sleeping in on my mom's bed because we always feel safe when my mom's not home, and we stay in her room. And my brother was sleeping on this part of the bed, and I was laying down here, leaning off the bed, playing with the radio and looking through all the channels. And finally, I got bored doing that, and I was like, "Oh, I should go look in a mirror and see what kind of hairdos I could do." And as soon as I got up, I walked over to the dresser here, and there's the window right here. As soon as I looked in the mirror, the whole power went off. I was like, what the heck? And I looked outside, there's still street lights on, so I went to the window and I tore off the window covering so a light could come in. It was pitch dark. And Isaiah, or Dylan, he was still sleeping there, so I went over to the door here and I just cracked it open just enough so I could talk out through the door, because it was it was really dark. And right here's the living room. My mom, she always helps out everybody on reserve if they need a place to stay, and that's why I stayed in a room, because my mom's friend was staying a night, staying on the couch. I didn't know who he was, so I was like, "Hey, you, what's your name?" It's like, "You awake? Hello?" And then he just like, "Hi." I was like, "Who are you? What's your name?" He was like, "Lee." And I was like, "Oh, can you do me a favor?" And he was like, "What's that?" I was like, "The power went off, and sometimes somebody there's always people staying at our place, and sometimes they go out the back door too, and the basement back door. It's right here. You go downstairs, go through here and up there, or else one of the bedroom windows might be unlocked, and kids, they always try to mess around and go to the panel and turn off the electricity. So that's what I thought would happen. So I was like, "Hey, go downstairs and see if that panel, that power switch is on, the main one, the last button on the electric panel." So he's like, agreed. He's like, "Okay, I could do that. Just tell me where to go and I'll go there and check it out for you." And I still just had that door cracked open just enough because I was scared. I was like, I didn't know who he was and don't know why that power went off. So I was directing him where to go and heard him get up and he went to the stairs. He went downstairs, and then he's okay, "Tell me where to go from here," because it was pitch dark, couldn't see nothing. And I told him, "Walk slightly to your left, but still walk forward and diagonally until you hit the washer and dryer. And right past there on the wall is the electric panel." So as soon as I said that, I heard him shuffling his feet, and all of a sudden he started tumbling and heard him fall to the floor. I was like, "What happened? You okay?" He's like, and then all I heard was him like got to the floor and trying to figure out why he fell. He tripped. He's like, somebody's on the floor. And he said he tripped over somebody. He got scared. He's like, "Why would somebody be on the floor?" And he got up and I heard him ran into the washer and dryer, and then he went to the wall and he was feeling around on the wall until he found the electric panel. And I was like, it's the last button on the thing there. It's the main button for the whole thing. And I heard him clicking it a few times and it wouldn't go on. And then finally, after a few times, the power all went back on. And I was like, who was that? Who was that? Are you talking with that person you say that was on the floor? Who is that? And then he looked, like it took a second or so, and then he said nobody was there. And I was like, yeah, gross. And I just had the chills. And even though if the power is still on, I still had the door just opened a little bit, talking to him. And I asked him, can you go check all the windows and make sure that basement door is locked too? I heard him walk to the door to all the rooms, and he said that everything was locked. I was alright, thank you. And I shut the door. And when you go down this hallway, it creaks all the time, the floor. And I didn't even thought of it till later on. As soon as I closed the door, and for me yelling at that guy where to go, and Dylan, he woke up and he was right beside me holding on to me. He was scared. I was like, it's okay, go back to sleep. It's late, go back to bed. And he's like, no, I don't want to. And then he wouldn't let me go, and then and just before I turned back towards the bed, tried to tell him to go to sleep, and I heard a knock on the door, and I was like, what the heck? I was like, I opened the door, like, what do you want? Like, I never knew this guy. And then next thing, he was standing there, like, just zoned out, and looked like he was looking at me, but not really, that type of look, and standing still in one place, wouldn't move, and all he kept saying, he told me not to go back down without him. And I was like, who? Who are they, and who are you talking about? They don't want you going back down without them. I was like, they told me not to go back down without him. They told me get him, told me go back with them down there. It's like, who is they, and what are you talking about? And he just kept saying that over. They told me not to go back down without him. I was like, who are they? And I was getting annoyed with him, and I was like, messing around. And then next thing, he tried to reach over towards Dylan, though he was on my left side of me and holding on to me, and he was scared. And I pushed his arm away, like, get lost, what the hell's wrong with you? I was like, get away from him. And he's like, they told me not to go back down without him. They told me get him. And I was like, fuck off, like, who are you talking about? And who's they, and who do you want? And then he tried to reach over for Dylan again, and I pushed his arm away, like, get out of here. Like, it was like, I was like, touch him again, you're gonna get it, type of thing. And then I was like, they told me not to go back down without him. And then that's when he literally pushed me out of the way and trying to grab Dylan, and that's when I just freaked out, and I pushed his arms away from Dylan, reaching Dylan, and I grabbed him, scruff of his shirt there, his collar, and I drug him, or like pushed him towards the wall right here across from the door, and I slammed him real hard on the wall. I was like, don't you ever touch my brother? And it was like, ever touch him again, you're gonna get it. And then I just told Dylan, let's go, and I grabbed him, and we just ran out and grabbed our shoes that were by the door, didn't even put it on, and I just grabbed them, and I ran out the door. And down the street there's a preschool right across from our house that time, and just before the end of the driveway where that gate ended for the school, he came running out of the house. He's like, what's going on? What happened? I was like, what are you talking about? You don't know what you just tried doing there? Try to grab my brother and say people wanted him downstairs. No, what are you talking about? It wasn't me. Like, oh my god, I just got the child. It's like, whatever, man. Just stay there till my mom gets back. Tell her we're gonna stay at my auntie's. And he was just like all like, what's going on type look and everything, and he just heard that we were running out the door, and that's why he ran out asking what was going on.
What do you think it was?
Well, I actually touched, like, felt real, like a real person that grabbed his shirt, drug him across that hallway and slammed him on the wall. So it either could have been him and being possessed or like in a trance, or else something else was pretending to be him. And I just got the chills. I was just thinking about it. But what is it? Shit, I just went blank just thinking about that. Just
well,
freaks me out.
I've heard this story so many times, and it doesn't lose its effect, that's for sure. But what I wanted to point out is that he literally just turned on the power, you closed the door, and then there was a knock at the door.
Yeah.
There was no way he could have got up there, so I don't think it was him at all.
Oh, it was just gross because he didn't hear no creaking of the hallway, and you could hear anything in a house because nothing is like built with insulation underneath the floor or any underlayment, so you get echo through the house. You can hear everything. You could hear him walk all through the basement, hear him go up the stairs, and hear the floor creaking, and I didn't hear any of that. And all of a sudden, as soon as I just turned my back after I tried to tell my brother he should go back to bed, he didn't want to, he was scared. I don't know, like, he felt something, and like, why would he be scared? Because I was just telling that guy to put that power on, and all of a sudden my brother was scared, and it seemed like he knew something was up.
I know there's more to this story, and I'm just going to stop seeing now because we're going to make it a part 2. Bye.